Chris Jackson. He changed his name to Maud. He used to stand. He was Muslim. He converted, but he would stand in the ramp during the national anthem. He wouldn't come out, and to me, I respect that. He's not taking part, but he's not being a show about it. He would stand down in the ramp.
Right. Remove your caps and honor America.
He had a speech impediment. Yeah, you're exactly right.
The band is under the field direction of Chloe Belgart, Lauren Jackson, and Caitlin McElroy. Presenting the colors tonight are members of the Mcgavock High School Air Force Junior ROTC.
An outstanding rendition of our national anthem by...
We'll listen in on the introductions and get the flip of the call.
Answer. Number 4, Martin Kane. Number 12, Nathan Gibson. And number 79, David Dixon.
All right, gentlemen, it's a very clean game. I say captain, step up for a penalty administration or to talk to one of your players. I expect one of you guys to step up. Okay? So are you offense? Defense? All right, who's on offense over here? Am I offense? 79 offense. If I call offense captain, look for you. Most likely I'm going to look at your coach and make sure you don't make a bad decision. Okay? All right. You're the visiting team, so you get to call it. What's your call?
Heads.
Say it loud so he can hear.
Heads.
You heard me say it, right? What did he say? Heads. All right. You want to defer? You want to receive on which one? You want to go this way?
I want to go that way.
Okay. You stay beside him.
Mcgavock won the toss, selected to defer. Lebanon will receive. Mcgavock will be kicking left to right. Tommy, as you're looking at it, tell you what, a good football.
It's got a track around it. The visitor side a little smaller, but a good line of trees in the end zone that's keeping the sun off of it right now, and the whole field is in the shade. So temperatures probably dropped 15 degrees here in the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Mcgavock ready to come out of the east end zone, ready to break the paper, come on out. Lebanon across the way. Good little gathering of Lebanon folks on that far sideline. Back tonight against the Raiders. Baskin, soccer style kicker, approaches, bangs it across the way. Cooper comes up, fields it at the 28. Tyreek makes a spin move. He's going to get belted down at about the 35-yard line. Tyreek, 2 receivers will split wide left. No, they'll go trips left. Stafford will be split left. Adewale will be in a slot. Shotgun snap. Cooper, it's there. He wants to throw it quickly. The pass is completed on the Lebanon sideline, and he will be knocked out of bounds and short for Lebanon. Clemens is the fullback. Crite in the gun, 3 receivers left. Crite's going to take it, shovel step, has his first down. Chandler, Crite, Brown, Bryant, Turner, Hill up front, linebackers Childress, Walter Marion, and Johnson. 3 receivers right, 2 left, empty backfield. Throw the quick pass out in the flat to Cooper. Cooper with a nice grab, cuts it back toward the middle. losing ground. Tyreek with a poor decision there. He just needed a loss on the play of 4 from the 48 back to the 44. Second down, 14. 3 receivers left, 1 right. 1 back in the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Throw it to Cooper. Now he's got some running room. Tries to get to the edge. Fumbled the football, and Mcgavock has picked it up. Cooper lost it. Mcgavock puts it in play, 1st and 10 at the Lebanon 45-yard line. We jump into the neutral zone, and they'll get an easy 5.
Flag on the play. Indication offside against Lebanon.
With a Newble on the right end where he came across.
10:24 to go in the first quarter. Mcgavock's opening possession after Lebanon turned it over. Shotgun snap. Napier tries the left side, gets a nice block, pushes his way toward the stick, and he will have 10 Raiders. They're driving. Quarterback wants to throw, goes for the big one. Makes the catch, he's inside the Lebanon 5. Carson Richardson with old Raiders. They are knocking on the door. Tailback, hit, not going anywhere. Suber hit him. In all honesty, Tamikis Napier kind of lost of a Cooper fumble. They started this drive at the Lebanon 45. Motion across the set. Napier's hit and taken down. Brown came. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mcgavock threatening. They're in the red zone. 2 receivers right, tight end left. Quarterback wants to throw. Screen over the middle, has a man on the delay, and that is a touchdown. Hanser split them for the touchdown. Joe, you've got the call.
Carson Richardson is your holder. Number 10, Hank Baskin onto attempt. Snap, spot. That kick is up. That kick is true. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. Mcgavock takes advantage of our turnover.
We'll kick it off. Attawall will be in the middle of the field, standing at about the 12. Cooper to his right, and I think that's Colville up here at the 23, replacing Hastings. They punch the kick to Cooper, who fields it at the 29. Goes backwards, puts his head down, and he is thrown forward. His headgear comes off. Wright is the quarterback. Give the football to Powell, and he bangs that thing forward off right guard behind the
bug, and he put his head down, went between the tackles, and ran hard straight ahead.
Gain of 7. Same set. 2 receivers right and a flanker. Powell maybe got back to the line of scrimmage underneath this table.
Kind of tight quarters.
Split receiver left. That's Jackson. That's Tavares Booker. 2 receivers right. Mcgavock dancing in the line of scrimmage. Hand the football to Cooper going right. Cooper close to the first down. He spins, and I think he may have gotten it, Bob. By Cooper. 3 receivers right, 1 left. That solo receiver is Hastings. Cooper on the give, right up the middle, going to get 2 yards, and that's all. Very active, very mobile. Wing and a tight end right, 2 receivers left. Lebanon shifts. Zion Loeb, tight end left. Toss sweep to the near side. Cooper puts his head down, running hard. Cooper cut back again. And he gets taken down. Bob, he had good positive yardage and then tried to reverse his for the Blue Devils. Lebanon trails 7-0, 5:40 to go in the first quarter. 3 receivers right. 1 back in the backfield with Crite. Crite wants to throw. Has Hastings on a stop route, and that is a first down. Hastings dances, and he stepped out of bounds at the Mcgavock right to Hastings. 2 receivers right. Stafford is one of those. Kopus is in the slot with Attawall. Empty backfield. We move. Our right tackle moved. Dylan Greer. That's false start offensively for Lebanon on first down, and that will make it 1st and 15. 4-man front for the Raiders. 2 receivers left. Booker, Attawall. 2 receivers right and a tight end. Give it to Cooper right up the middle. Got some running room. He's going to be taken down at the 30.
Play that didn't get blocked, diving in and making the tackle.
2 receivers left, 2 right, 1 back in the backfield with Cricht. 3rd and 10. Cricht wants to throw. Pumps it, takes it down, and he's running. Chandler with a nice run, and he steps out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. 23 of Mcgavock, 7-0 Raiders. Cricht in the gun, gives it to Powell, churns ahead for 5 yards.
He about lost the ball.
Blocking them, we're going to read them with that inside zone. Tight end will set up to the left, that's Stafford. 1 back in the backfield, that's Powell. Powell hits it off the right side, goes forward, and he's going to be close to a first down.
I like the way he runs, Tommy. He hits his head.
Powell stays in the backfield. Clemens is an up back, and he will shift left. Tight end will shift left. Powell off the left side, runs over a man, and he's got a first down.
Yes, sir.
He ran over a couple of Raiders. Logue sets up on the right. Jackson Stafford left. 2 tight, 1 split receiver. Powell again, the running back behind Cricht. Powell bangs it off the left side. He's inside the 5.
Good push.
Lebanon runs to the line of scrimmage. They will set and go. Powell again, left. Gained 1 yard. Strong set left. Wing back on the left is Clemens. Powell. We're going to bootleg. Cricht rolls to the right, trying to keep it. Can he get in? Touchdown, Big Blue.
Good job.
Chandler Cricht on the bootleg. We knows with the muddle huddle. They ran somebody out there on Logue. That's how you read it. Joe, you've got the call.
Cricht will handle the spot. Number 22, Noah Malasky. Extra point. Kick is up. That kick is good, and after our extra point of the season, Lebanon answers Mcgavock.
I say keep 34 in there.
At his own 15 on the far side of the field. They will have here on the near side, they will have Hansard. Kick goes toward Hansard at the 6, to the 15, to the 20. He's hit and taken down at the 25.
Good coverage.
Mcgavock. Neal is the quarterback. Tamikis Napier is the tailback. Toss sweep, no. Quarterback's going to keep it. Zion Lowe hits him in the backfield. 4-man front for Lebanon. Now they walk an extra up there. Quarterback hits it up the middle, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. He lost 2. 5-man front for Lebanon. They want to throw. Throw it in the backfield, and we knock it loose. We knock it loose, and they're calling that a fumble. Jeremiah Hastings on this. They used that elephant. Lebanon's called timeout.
They get that in there.
And went back to block as extra blockers for the punter. Well, we're going to try. Let's see what they do and watch those guards, what they do. Yes, they do. Yep. They go back. We're going to keep that in our pocket. They kick the ball high. Attawall calls for a fair catch and is hit. Apparently he did not call. Lebanon will take over at the 44-yard line at their own 44. Cricht in the gun. He goes under center. Toss sweep. They've got the toss sweep to Cooper. Cooper spins through one man, and he fights, and maybe he gets back to the... We've got 9 seconds to go in this first period, and this will be the last play of the first quarter. We're tied 7-7. Bob's excited. That's the last play of the first quarter. From Garland. You take it coming out, Robert. at Smyrna, 6-zip after 1. 3 receivers left. Double move. Cricht throws it deep. He's got Hastings all by himself, and he will go out of bounds. He was leaning too far toward the sideline. Gain of 41 yards on that pass play for the Blue Devils. 1st and 10 at the Mcgavock 15. Cooper right up the middle. Cooper's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Big Blue. Tyreek.
Say set up C, make sure Mcgavock's going to honor that, and they do. Cricht's going to kneel down and handle the spot. Mulaski going to try to tack on his 2nd extra point of the night. Cricht takes a snap, good spot, good kick. 11:45 to go in the half. It's your Lebanon Blue Devils 14, Mcgavock.
I noticed Keemon was over there with that group. He had his mouthpiece up here while they were over there.
5 left in the first half. It's 11-14. Mcgavock 7.
Watertown trails Mount Juliet Christian at Suey Field 14-0 after 1. Booming kick is going to chase him back to the 7. Here comes the coverage. Tries to get on the edge. Big hit on the far side. Bob and 10 at the 22. Napier on the carry. He's hit and taken down.
Oh, the big fence has come alive, Tommy.
The other tackle is Zion Loeb. Quarterback looks to throw. Throws it out in the flat. Has his man. He's going to be taken down. Short of the first down catch, he goes from the 20 to the 26. Gain of 6. 3rd and 6. They want to throw. We knock it down. Ryan Brown came off the edge and knocked it down.
Coming to rush that pass.
We've got the small numbers in the middle. We look for us to go after this punt. Snap is low. Kick is away. Nice kick. Ooh. It backs our man up to the 34. Toby Adewall takes that. Catching kick returns is one thing. Punts is another. 1st and 10 Lebanon. They'll put it in play at their own 35. Cricht at the controls. Whitaker with the snap. Chandler tries to get on the right edge. Picks up a little bit of block from Jeremiah Hastings and almost broke it.
There you go.
Is he back? No, he's not. Sharon and Greer at right tackle. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tight end sets up right. Play fake. Chandler Cricht's keeping it. 1st down Lebanon. Chandler almost gets the football across the 40. And some of these guys are
holding high and tight.
2 receivers left, 2 right. 4-man front for Mcgavock. Now a 5-man. They walk a linebacker up. Cooper on the give.
Good read.
Good read. Takes it right up the heart of that Mcgavock defense, and he's to about the 16-yard line.
Tommy.
On that play, 22 yards for the tailback, Tyreek Cooper. Cooper in the backfield. 4-man front for Mcgavock. And they are waiting for him there.
Yeah.
The 2 interior defense. And with 8:40, Lebanon will scrimmage. 2nd down and 12 at the 18 after the loss of 2. Lebanon leads 14-7. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Chandler wants to throw. He's in trouble, and they turned him every which way they could. The loss is back to the 30. It looked as though we were trying to set up a middle. 3 receivers left. We've got single coverage down here closest to us. Chandler wants to throw. He's in trouble and sacked again. Huge loss of yardage. He goes off, dragging that right arm. He may have a stinger. They've jumped off sides. Yep. Mcgavock has jumped. R.J. Hill, Mulowski to punt. Snap is there. Kick is away. End over end kick. Angled. And that's going to go toward the end zone. It will cross the goal line into the end zone. He was trying to catch the corner down here. Timeout Mcgavock. They were confused. 6:56 to go.
That's August the 28th. Kickoff set for 7 p.m.
Tailback Napier tries to get on the right side. He's hit. He's taken down. We got a lot of white helmets to him. Lowe slowed him up. Brown, Neal in the gun. Give to Napier. Up the middle. Breaks away. Napier on the right side. We try to tackle him high. Can't get him down. Adewale missed him. And Mills finally gets him down. Suber was awfully close to horse collaring him. Got him up high, and that's the best run. Shotgun set for Mcgavock. 5-man front for Lebanon, 2 tight linebackers. Neal in the gun. Napier tries the right side. He's hit. He's just going to pick up about a yard.
Suber in on making the tackle. That
36 to go in the half. Lebanon leads 14-7 at Mcgavock. Quarterback wants to throw. Throws it out in the flat, and it was a poorly thrown ball or a awful.
Good third down play here.
3rd and 8. Quarterback looks for the screen, and he overthrows the screen man. Harley Neal retreating and flipped it to Tamikis Napier and just. Richardson's at a split receiver. That's going to be the quarterback punching a kick, a quick kick. They're going to down it deep inside Lebanon territory. That was Richardson. They let him go back. No, it wasn't. It was the Cright in the gun. Cooper with him. Cooper right up the middle, picks his way, gets behind, counts. He's going to pick up a little bit of yards, gets it out to 8 championships.
Wow. Well, you can tell that by the national anthem.
Oh, it was outstanding. Tight end and fullback will shift from right to left. Lebanon will run left. That's Tyreek Cooper trying to get on the edge, puts his head down, has his first down, and will be taken out of bounds on the far boundary. Joe, it looks for Hastings will come right, wide right. Adewale will be in a slot right. Tight end left. Cooper takes it up the middle.
That's Powell.
Was that Powell? Okay, Powell on first down. Short tuned at halftime. I've got an interview with Zach Martin, Lebanon High Athletic Director. Hastings splits wide right. Adewale will split left. Cooper, check it. Oh! Wright's in trouble. He's got to get rid of the football.
Gosh, you got to get rid of it.
There was pressure up the middle. Tyler Brown makes the sack on Hastings is a split receiver right. 2 receivers left. No tight end. 4-man front for the Raiders. Chandler wants to throw. Throws it deep down the sideline. Throws it over the head of Toby Adewale. And that one goes 3 big men in front of Milowski. Snap is there.
They got too many on the field.
Rugby style kick. Kick is fielded. He's going to give ground. Back across midfield. Reverses his field. Takes it up the sideline. On that return for Mcgavock was Quentin Crawford. Now, we had too many or they had too many?
They had too many.
So
illegal participation.
That's a bigger penalty than having too many on the field. So Quentin Crawford changed directions on that return, got up the Lebanon sideline, but the officials will huddle. And Bob spotted it. A flag came out at the snap.
Well, they had a guy running off the field, and as he was running off, the ball was snapped, and then the end man on this side threw the flag.
Okay, so the ball is spotted at Lebanon's 35.
Tommy, while we got a minute, Lebanon High's volleyball team improved to 5-0 on the season following Thursday night's 3-0 home win over Wilson Central. On Wednesday, the Lady Devils swept visiting Cane Ridge 3-0. LHS is back in action Tuesday, the 29th at Smyrna.
Joe Dubin from Channel 4 is down here with his own camera on the sideline. That's that glare you see at the 37-yard line. Joe with the dome and the camera. Joe played at Mcgavock back in the day.
Joe on the go.
Illegal participation, Mcgavock. holding Lebanon. They will offset.
Kick participation against the Raiders. Personal foul against Lebanon.
I like that because that's going to push them back. Yeah.
So 2 penalties against Mcgavock. 28. Why in the world?
That's a wrong assessment.
Hurry up and snap it, guys. Tailback Napier tries to come this way. He gets around Zion Loeb. There's a block in the back they missed.
Oh, there it is.
The white hat official in the back saw it. The guy on the near got on the edge. He ran around Zion Loeb, and then they blocked Brown in the back. So a big mark off against the Raiders once again. Line of scrimmage is now the 32. Quarterback rolls right, wants to throw, gets outside the end, dumps a little pass out of bounds to the Lebanon sideline, incomplete. Well played by Lebanon. Ball's at the 32, 2nd and 16. Quarterback wants to throw deep. Has a man, it is incomplete. They were trying to hit Richardson on an up route.
Good coverage. Have the penalty on the illegal participation, mark it off from the line of scrimmage out. That's what should have happened. Or let them take the play and then have the holding at the end of it. What they did.
Explain that long penalty. 3rd and 16. Football at the Mcgavock 32. Quarterback Neal wants to throw. Throws it out in the flat, and he is upended. Keemon Newble with an outstanding tackle.
They took the play and put both penalties on the end of it.
High snap. Here comes the rush. He gets it away. Really nice kick by Mcgavock. He's going to hit and take a Mcgavock roll. We get away from it. We got some pressure on him right up the middle. I tell you, Richardson, nice kick. Splits wide right. 2 receivers left for the Blue Devils. Cright hands the football off. Cooper will get a first down. He'll run it across the 40.
I'm getting on the play. Get on the ball. Get on the ball.
The clock stops to move the chain on the snap. Cooper again takes it up the left sideline. Cooper in and out of traffic and has another Blue Devil first down. They were late. Cooper having a pretty good half after a not so hot start. Cooper hits it up just as soon as I bragged on him. They hit him right in the middle. Hastings splits wide right. Jackson Stafford left and Attawall left. Cright in the gun. Powell hands it. Gets nothing. Loses a yard.
We'll throw a couple deep here, I'll bet.
You're driving home, maybe we'll hit the Crystal on the way back.
Well, my car knows that way.
3rd and 12 for Lebanon at the Mcgavock 45.
As long as you get a milkshake, right?
Yeah. They make them at Crystal.
Yeah. Sure you know.
I'm sure everybody's interested in our culinary pursuits post-game. And the officials are talking to Coach Jay Gore here on the sideline. And here we go. 3rd and 12 at the far 45. 2 receivers left. Snap is there. Cright looks to throw. Here comes the heat. Chandler in trouble. Makes a scramble. Gets the ball out across the 40-yard line. And, folks, he made a little something out of nothing. 2 minutes, and we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to Blue Devil Football on WANT Lebanon. More in 2 minutes.
Last year she was an active member of the Mcgavock Orchestra. She plans to attend culinary school after graduation. She plans to become a traveling chef who specializes in pastries. So I can't wait. Leslie's mother serves as a role model for the
38 yards, no touchdowns, no INTs. For Lebanon through the air, Chandler Cright, 5 out of 6 in the first half. 61 yards, no touchdowns, no INTs. Total yards in the first half, Mcgavock with 75 yards. Lebanon with 190 first half yards, for our Blue Devils. First downs, Mcgavock with 3 first half first downs, Lebanon with 12. Turnovers, Lebanon with the only turnover. Lebanon lost a fumble. Individually in the game, leading rusher for Mcgavock, Tamika's Neal, 7 carries, 37 yards. Lebanon's leading rusher, Tyreek Cooper, he ran it 13 times for 90 first half yards. He also scored a touchdown for the Blue Devils. So halftime, it's Lebanon 14, Mcgavock 7.
Thanks, Terry. Back at the station, we'll take a 2-minute break, and then after that break, if you would, just go ahead and cue our halftime interview with Zach Martin, Athletic Director at Lebanon. After telling you the score, it's 14-7 Lebanon over Mcgavock at the half. 2 minutes, and then an interview with Zach Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lebanon High School Marching Band.
24 minutes of regulation football to go in this one. Lebanon leads 14-7 over the Raiders.
We'll start off at the 35.
Booker, Mays, Prince, Kahn, and Irwin up front for the Raiders. Richardson, the receiver. Answer, the receiver. Neal is the...
that they had ended up that first half.
Four-man front, throw it out in the flat, caught, answered, we tackle him high, miss him, and then the second man gets him the ball. Two receivers right, tight end left. Napier, bottled up and he breaks loose. Down the sideline, we're gonna finally get him down. Parks with the tackle. Napier, oh so elusive, Joe Gardner. That kid, 24 yards on that game. Quarterback Neal will take it. He's going to be taken down. He's going to lose about a yard. Parks on that tackle. One receiver wide right, that's Richardson. Two receivers left. Neal throws it out in the flat. They get a block for him. He hit him and did not get him wrapped up. He's still dancing. He takes it down the sideline. Adewall's got a shot at him and has to stop him inside the 10. On that reception, Neal gives it to Napier. Napier's hit, still fights for yardage. He's not going to get a touchdown. He's going to pick up at least a yard, perhaps two. Mcgavock threatening to tie the score. It's 14-7 Lebanon. Napier dances left, steps out of the tackle of Brown, cuts it back in, and he's going to score a touchdown. Marcus Napier started two steps.
Baskin trying to tie this ball game up. Snap's good, spot's good. That kick is good. So at 9:18, strong opening drive by Mcgavock. They knocked this game at 14. We'll be back in.
At the 20 near hash, Cooper 25 far hash on the Lebanon sideline. Kick is deep. Hastings will field it at the 11. 15, 20. Gets it across the 25 to about the 20. First and 10, Blue Devils. Right in the pistol. Takes the short shotgun snap, throws it out to Adewall. He's just going to take off straight toward the sideline. Toby with a nice little run. He was lined up in the slot. Chandler just straightened up and threw a dart to hit the Lebanon 38. Booker will split wide right. Adewall will be in the slot. Tight end left, that's Stafford. Tailback, Cooper filters his way. Hang on to the football, young man. He's going to go from the 38 to the 40, gain of 2. Two receivers right, tight end left. Quick pass in the flat to Toby. Toby makes a move. Toby across midfield. Now he loses the football and has to come back and get it.
Had a first down and fumbled it all the way back to the 45.
Toby was out near midfield and they poked it loose. The ball came out at the 45. We almost had a first down. Right, takes the snap, gives it to Cooper. Cooper close to the first down. He ran it right up the middle.
More tonight.
Thank you, Joe. Tez Lattimore on the shelf for the rest of the night, offensive lineman. Copa splits wide left. He draws a corner and a safety over the top. Give that football up the middle, hit, bounce, just take maybe another yard, maybe 2 to the 49, just 1 yard out to the 49. Joshua Powell, 14, 6:18, and the clock runs here in the third. Ball squarely at the 50-yard line. Second down and 8 for Lebanon. Right, hands the football. No, he's going to keep it on around the right end, and Chandler will pick up about 6 on the play fake. Nice play fake as he built it.
Giving it, and, nice play fake as he built it. Giving it, and, that's sure hard. It's becoming a guessing game for that Mcgavock defense.
2 receivers left. Booker split wide left. Jackson Stafford tight end right. Clemens at a wing on the right. Shotgun snap. Tailback dances at the line. Cooper will move the football across to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. First down, Blue Devils. A 10-6 loser to Trousdale County. That game at Tribble Field. Booker splits wide left. Clemens is a blocking back on the right. Fumble. Cooper dropped it. I don't know about the mesh. Mcgavock says they have it. Ball popped loose. There was no contact. Mcgavock says they have it. They have it. On the bottom of the pile for Mcgavock. Mcgavock takes over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Quarterback wants to throw deep. Slings it. Ball is caught on a nice adjustment by Carson Richardson. The safety was in 29. Napier guts it right up the middle. Napier a foot race and it's a touchdown. The inside give to Tamika's
The kick. Snap, spot. Kick, it is true. 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mcgavock takes advantage of another Lebanon turnover and now lead our Blue Devils.
Lebanon hoping they kick it toward Hastings. Attawall will be the deep man at the 15. Mcgavock and their kicker, Hank Baskin, has preferred that angle kick. There's the pop fly kick. Got to come up and catch it. We let that thing hit the ground. And there's a fight for the football, and a flag comes out late. Attawall involved in a struggle for the football. He comes out of the pile with it. Hastings let that thing hit the ground in front of him, and it just stopped. It looked like one of Bob Lee's approach shots. It just bit and backed up.
What was the, Joe?
Personal foul, Lebanon.
Joe, did you see that?
Yeah, the personal foul. Yeah, it was in the bottom of the pile. I'll take it. I mean, if that's what we have to do to get the ball back.
And Mcgavock in a mad scramble. Goodness gracious, Toby Attawall got on it. 1st and 10, Lebanon at our own 15. Tailback. No, Cooper's going to. Chandler Kreit's going to keep it on the belly play. And he's going to be close to a first. Hastings will split wide left. Kopus will be in a slot left. 2 receivers right. Cooper takes a handoff and he juggled the foot.
You need to get there now. Between and Bouvet.
That sounds like something that Walter J. or Richard Ryan. Your ride's here, you gotta go. Cooper on the give, right up the middle. Gonna be lucky to. I don't think he got it back to the right scrimmage. He's 6 to go in the 3rd. Lebanon trails Mcgavock 21-14. Wing left set for Lebanon. Long snap count. Cooper hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be close. Yesterday, that was Wednesday. And it was way up in the air, folks. I like that color right there. That's that high gloss yellow. Still got it on my arm. Tailback, Powell hitting the backfield, and he's not going to make the line of scrimmage. Powell hit just as he got going.
Big linebacker, keep period, trailing Mcgavock 21-14.
Logue will set up as a tight end left, Stafford tight end right. 2 tights, a wing back, and 1 split receiver. Right, Bootleg, throws it out in the flat to Newble. Newble with a nice run. Keemon, hang on to that ball. Keemon Newble with a nice reception. They filtered Keemon from a wing left, and 2 receivers, now 3 go left. The slot is Copus. Bright in the gun, looks to throw. Tuck it away, young man. He's going to pick up a couple. They were trying to look for Copus on the bubble screen. Mcgavock had it covered. Whitaker, Sharon, Greer. 4-man front for the Raiders. Now they walk a 5th man up to make it a 5-man front. 2 receivers left, tight end right. Chandler wants to throw. Guns it deep down the sideline. Has a man back there. It is incomplete. Intended for Hastings. Locked up in coverage with him was Martin King. 3 receivers in a bunch on the right. One receiver left, 3 right. Attawall, Copus, Jackson, Stafford. Cooper in the backfield at the hip of Chandler Cripe. Quarterback trap, and they knock him down off his feet. They were very fortunate to get him when they did. Making that tackle, Lebanon will punt it away. Snap is there, kick away. Line drive, wobbler, hit, be fielded at about the 8. Be taken down, and the ball comes loose. There's a mad scramble for the football. It's loose again. There's a fight going on for the football.
Lebanon's got it.
Lebanon says they have it.
They've got it. That's a touchdown. There's no way around it. That's a touchdown.
They could rule it a muff, and it's not a touchdown. If they rule it a fumble, we recovered in the end zone for a touchdown, and the officials are huddling now. Lebanon recovered it in the end zone. Bryce Suber is standing over there with a ball in his hands, and the officiating crew were calling touchdown.
Called it a safety.
Called it a safety. Forgive me, they put 2. Well, listen, they don't have referees mic'd up. This level.
Here he comes with his explanation. I'll try to listen in, guys.
And Chuck meets him out at the hash. He's going to back up. Let's see what they're going to rule here. It's going back and forth. Station ID, listening to Blue Level Football on WANT FM 98.9 and WCOR Lebanon 1490 AM.
On me there. Sorry about that.
They're going to replay the down. Pulowski will kick it again. Crawford will let it go into the end zone. What in the wide, wide world of sports was that? At their own 20, after the punt goes into the end zone. Flag on the play.
Bob, is there any reason you ever do a do-over?
Yeah, okay.
As a formal official, have you ever seen a do-over?
No, I tell you what, that could be because it would. He blew the whistle before there was possession in the end zone. That would be an inadvertent whistle, so we fell off the football.
Mcgavock with that knee of the quarterback. They send motion across, and Gregory steps into the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty against the Blue Devils.
5-yard mark off, make it 1st and 3.
And Mills twin safeties for Lebanon. Coville and Hastings are the corners. Napier tackle. Nice play by Brandon Parks. They tried to run the outside give. 4-man front for Lebanon, 2 linebackers, and they walk a linebacker up. Napier tacks it up the middle, steps out of the tackle. Napier runs it out right to left. They bring motion across the set. We step in again. Step in again. They're running motion, and you see it all the time. Bill playing it nose. Motion. Give it to Napier. Reverses his field. Comes to the near side. He just runs through the tackle of Hastings. Hastings had enough there to pull him to the ground. Bob, it's a
Get down low. You can't try to tackle him.
gain is to the 11. First of 11. Ball's at the 36. Napier again. The first wave misses him. He's into the secondary. Still fighting for yardage. And Napier's going to run it to the 26. Two receivers right. Play comes from the sideline. Napier again hit, spun around. He's going to be stopped after a 2-yard gain. Whistle, but the ball came out already. Mcgavock marching. It's at 11 and 24. He's in motion across the set. Now they go two flankers right and a tight end right. Something. Receivers right. Split receiver left. Napier makes one man miss at the line of scrimmage, cuts it back. Around and we just kind of corralled it. But it's a tempo thing. They're running clock while they're in there. Quarterback looks to throw. Deep down the sideline. Ball is tipped around and it is incomplete. Coville was in coverage. 8 plays so far for Mcgavock on this drive. And a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Well, those head scrambles for the football.
Penalty will be first and goal Raiders.
Well, after that penalty, they'll move it from the 22 to the 7. First and goal, Mcgavock. Crawford tries the right side on the jet sweep. We hem him up. He didn't get in. And Mcgavock player lost his headgear. And
Sideline. Morning.
11:04 to go and the clock runs. 21-14 Mcgavock. Mcgavock threatening. They're at the 4. Second and goal from the 4. New center in the game. They're signaling the play. They're at the line of scrimmage, and now Jay Gore, the head coach of Mcgavock, will take a timeout.
LHS is scheduled to play at Mount Juliet Monday. It's August 28th, kickoff.
Friday night, Raiders getting home against the
Folks, there's a new Class A power in Wilson County, happening from the far half. Napier off the right side, fighting for yardage. He did not get in. 5. Napier running left, takes it, touchdown. Napier skirted off left tackle.
Number 10, Hank Baskin, trying to make this a 14-point game. Let it go in this contest. Richards on the spot. Snap, spot, just like all night. Kick splits the upright. 5:58 to go in this contest. Now Mcgavock 28.
Well, the inadvertent whistle killed us a chance to either get 2 on the safety or a touchdown, which Suber swears he recovered that thing in the end zone. We get neither. The inadvertent whistle makes them replay the punt, and Mcgavock drives it for a touchdown. Baskin's kick.
We still ain't got on the ball.
Now we get it on the bounce. Cooper picks it up on the ricochet. Cooper spins back toward the hash. And those returns. Football 101. Lebanon has it 1st and 10 at their own 37, 5:50 to go in the game. We trail by 2 scores, 28-14. Crichton wants to throw. Block in the back by us or a hold. Crichton scrambles and that play's coming back. He has enough for a first down. Counts. Basically tackled the defensive end who was trying to make the play on Chandler Crichton. I admire him trying to protect his quarterback.
20-16, went for 2, did not make it.
So the final was
20-16.
20-16, Friendship over Travel. Second down and long, back to the 37. We got to go 20 yards from first. Crichton's in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Crichton slammed to the earth, a belly-to-belly type tackle by Devin Bryant of Mcgavock, and another loss, that one from the 27 back to the 22, loss of 5. It'll take more than crystals to get the taste of this one out of her mouth tonight, Bob. Yeah. 4:45 to go.
Tell the 2 halves.
Hastings splits wide right. Man coverage on Hastings. 3 receivers left. Crichton can't handle the snap. The snap was there. Chandler just could not handle it. He's tackled for a loss.
So a game of the season, we've had some bad luck go our way, but we can't do what we've been known to do in the years past. We need to fight.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Chandler Crichton in the gun. We jump. Snap wasn't there. Our left side, tackle and guard engaged. So a 5-yard illegal procedure against Lebanon.
5-yard penalty back. Oh, in range of 4s right now.
Backwards. We were at the 37. The ball will be snapped from the 10.
Third and 37.
Chandler looks to throw. Can he throw it that far? Has a man over the middle. That's Hastings. Hastings is going to have a first down. Holy smokes. They found Jeremiah Hastings splitting the 2.
Beautiful pass, too. Right on the money, right in stride.
Kopus will set up on the left in a slot. 2 receivers right, 1st and 10 Lebanon. Crichton wants to throw, and he's just destroyed the backfield.
Tyree just
never got a block.
No, followed the defender.
Right. Jackson Stafford splits wide right. The ball's back at the 40. It's 2nd and 20. 2 receivers left. Wright wants to throw. He's hit off the backside. The backside, the left side of the offensive line turned him loose. Field. And then bang, bang, sack, sack. Long way to go. Chandler's just going to keep it on the belly play. Cut back against the grain. He will fight for yardage after about the 46, maybe the 47. Chandler, 2 receivers go right. Kopus and Stafford, 2 receivers left. Mcgavock's coming. Chandler wants to throw. Guns it deep, down the middle. There's nobody there, and it's going to be incomplete. Kopus was the intended receiver. 1st and 10 at the Lebanon 47-yard line. Hand it to a fresh back. That's Rorex. Cardarius Rorex. R-O-R-I-E-X. On the Napier is the tailback. He has killed us tonight. Mcgavock letting that clock run. Napier, cut back in the backfield. He's still dancing back. He runs out of the pile and is here on the sideline, throws Toby Adewall down, and Suter has to come in and knock him off his feet. We had 4 Blue Devils.
Anytime they do a timeout,
35 seconds to go in this one. 28-14. Lebanon looking 0-2 there at Devin Faye. Mcgavock. That was a, yeah, we jumped offside.
No.
into the new. Manus Moore comes in to play nose. Fellas, the ball's right in front of you. Don't move till the ball moves. Napier, right side, hit, squirts loose. Positive yards.
Obi Salerno.
The victory formation. Clock at 10. Neal wants to go under center, but I really don't think he has to. He does, and that's going to do it. That's going to be the ball game. 28-14 is your high for the Raiders. Off. Lebanon High. 28-14 at Garland Russell Stadium. Thanks to Principal Robin Wall in Mcgavock for his hospitality this evening. We really appreciate it. We're going to take a 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and we'll be back with more. This is
We'll run from John.